What's up, guys? Mr. Knows Hoops back today with another video. And today we are taking a little bit of a break, I guess, from the contender. But today I want to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, who have recently gotten Joel Embiid back a lot earlier than a lot of us thought. A lot of us thought that he'd either be coming back basically at the play-in or during the playoffs, which at that point, if you're the Sixers, just shut it down. Don't risk him getting re-aggravated, and go. But they're 45-35. 13th in offense, 10th in defense, 14th in half-court offense, and 11th in half-court defense. Guys, this team is dangerous. Right now, I believe they're technically the 7th seed. Or the 6th. I don't know how all the standings are working. They'd be changing all the time. But depending on the matchup, this team can go far. Very far. So today, let's get into that. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I want to hit 800 subs by the end of April, 1K subs by the end of the playoffs. Let's make it happen, guys. I know we can do it. And let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about are two role guys that I think are huge to the roles of this team. DeAnthony Melton and Kelly Oubre. DeAnthony Melton is averaging 11, 4, and 3 on 39 from the field, which isn't good, right? 36 from 3, pretty good. 84 from the line. That's very good. With 2 stocks or steals and blocks. And Kelly Oubre is averaging 16, 5, and 2 on 44 from the field, 31 from 3, 75 from the line with 1.9 stocks. And let's get into what these two guys can contribute to this team. So, transition plays coming up, right? This is without Embiid, mind you. The incredible defender that Joel Embiid is. Hero's coming along. Now, I love what happens here, right? So, Melton kind of gets out of the play from this action, right? He tags the ball from Hero. And he goes, you know what? I got to catch up. I see Kyle Lowry's wide open. I can't let him get there. So he gathers, waits as if he's basically going to go get the pass from Hero, which he does, pushes the ball out, right? Melton is huge for this team. Like Basketball Reference, he's plus 9.8 on off court. He literally helps elevate this team. Right? Miss ball here. Hero's going to throw it out, right? Over. There's Melton. Pesky. Right into the business of the offense. And even though, right, they lose this game, not everything is just in the sheer determination of you won or you lost. So, they try to attack here, right? Miss. He are going in transition, right? They're trying to attack, get some offense going. And we see Oubre here is on Hero, right? And there's Melton, just waiting. Robinson doesn't make the pass attempt. Right, so he goes, I'm going up. Boom. Gets the ball right as it's coming out of Robinson's hands. He's a huge part of this team because of the team defense. Because now they have more wing help on the perimeter in the passing lanes, which will be huge for Joel once they're in a playoff setting. Right? Bringing the ball up. Paul Reed's going to try and set a little screen. Oubre gets the ball here. Tim Hardaway one-on-one. Beautiful job just going in at the rim, right? Defense just takes too long to recover. And that's fine. Right? And that's a great play by Kelly Oubre. And that's what I think has been so key to them, is that they've gotten another scoring option that doesn't need the ball. And I think part of the reason his numbers fell is because obviously with Embiid hurt, everyone's responsibilities go up, which is part of the reason, like, even Maxey's stats when we get there, right? They're still incredible, by the way. Like, do not get that twisted. But they could have been even better because he would have had even less responsibility. But his responsibility skyrocketed. And he's seen now the doubles, the traps, the blitzes, things that he never really had to see before in his career in terms of, in the NBA. But now he's seeing that. Well, again, right? You got Oubre over here in the corner, right? Sinking down. Kyrie sort of lost, right? Everyone sort of sunk. Now imagine if this is Embiid standing right here. Or if Embiid's standing right here. Or hell, if Embiid's a dude driving with the ball. That play's happening every time. Every time. All right. Right. Now I want to talk about Tyrese Maxey. Number 2 option. Gonna win most improved player. averaging 26, 6, and 4 on 45 from the field, 37 from 3, 87 from the line. The man's been incredible, right? Let's get into what Tyrese Maxey has done to help make this team just so much better, right? Paul Reed gets the ball, back out to Maxey, gets Bam one-on-one. Instead of trying to go up and forcing a tough shot, Maxey does a great last-second dump. Now, mind you, you might say, Emster, but it's not run-of-the-mill. And the reason it's so smart is he waits to pass it until Bam is basically behind him. So basically, any recovery attempt from Bam, barring him, doing what he can do, some insane defensive maneuver, easy lay, right? That's IQ. That's having to step up and play a different kind of basketball. Now, this is with Embiid back in one of their more recent games. This pick and roll, I love this little just boom. You can run that anytime. Transition, right? Maxey forces this team objectively to just play faster versus like when they had James Harden and Maxey and Embiid, and the whole idea was slow the game down. Harden, Embiid, pick and roll. Now it's like, you're still running an Embiid pick and roll, but it's quicker. You got to attack. You got to go. You got to do this now, right? And teams aren't necessarily able to adjust as quickly, right? Again, Embiid pick, basically kind of soft screen, right? Waits, kicks it out to campaign, boom. Movements, like motions like this are for sure possible. Because look, campaign, right? They both mistakenly call someone out, right? Jimmy basically is like, I'm not letting you get this, to reasonably so, to Embiid. But instead, right? Actions like that. Now, obviously, I don't think there's going to be that many defensive miscommunications. But plays like that, you can run so nicely in the playoffs, right? But again, Maxey is a scorer, right? Pushing the ball up. Slows it down. He says, okay, you're going to stay all the way back there? Thanks, buddy. That's the 3. See ya. Right? He brings such a range to the team, to the offense, makes everything so deadly. And again, even the off-ball pick and rolls, right? To then run it again, right? Because he's in drop. Man's tried to fight over the screen. Boom. It's just that ability to roll and to use Embiid, the MVP, former MVP. And honestly, if he didn't get hurt, he'd probably be the MVP. I mean, guys, Embiid stats for this season: 35, which, by the way, technically, if he had played more games and everything, would be leading the league in scoring again, I believe, for the second or third year in a row. 11 boards, 6 assists, 2.9 stocks, 53 from the field, 38 from 3, and 88 from the line. Joel Embiid coming back now is so important. You might think, well, Emster, why? He's still possibly hurt. Because he's getting some of the rust off now rather than later, right? So let's say, for example, everything just sort of locked in the way it was, right? Philly gets to play either the Knicks. I believe it would be the Knicks if it's locked in right now. Or let's say, the Cavs. I like Philly in those matchups. I really do. But let's get into what Embiid does to help make this team. Just something we have to remember. We can't sleep on him. Right? Embiid again. Pick. Waiting, right? Jokic not really helping out. So he beats him on the dribble. And again, if moments like this are happening, oh my God, the playoffs are going to go beautifully. But instead, he gets a tough bucket, right? So part of what I'm trying to show you too, guys, because we know what Embiid is. The dude's a top 5 player in the league. Like, this dude's elite. I don't need to waste my time with you guys in terms of trying to break it all that. But look at what he can create for others. And you're telling me that when it's slowed down in a slower game in the playoffs? I think that's huge. Right? And this is obviously no Pat Bev, but again, gets Maxey, kicks it out. Embiid got the slower DeAndre Jordan. Boom. Right? And part of the reason, too, that, Jordan doesn't step up is because there's so many options, right? Because as soon as he does this, even if Embiid wants to, he could go, I'm cool. Max, you get the shot real quick. right? But instead, Embiid inserts himself into the equation, right? Batum gets the ball, gives it up to, Harris, right? They're pushing. Embiid's like, right here, man. Give me this. Are all these looking at me in the playoffs? No. But when Embiid inserts himself, it can really mess up a team's game plan. Like, they're fundamentally not going to play the same brand of basketball. And then I want to talk about Embiid, the defender, because he's even better this season, right? You got Niang here going to set a screen. Embiid even willingly like, I'll play defense with you. Sure. See ya. That mobility on the perimeter, right? The willingness to step up and take that assignment. Even though obviously that's no star or superstar player. But here's Darius Garland, right? Up to Jared Allen. Nope. Embiid can neutralize so many pick and roll options because of his size, because of his speed, because of his IQ and athleticism, right? Guys, I think Philly's a legit contender. If this was a contender-pretender series, I would tell you they're a legitimate contender. Because, as at least while I'm recording this, I know Giannis is missing the rest of the regular season. Albeit it's like 3 games. But that calf issue could be a huge problem for the Bucks going forward. At least in these playoffs. And man, I just like, there's something about this team. Before Embiid got hurt, I really liked the way this team was looking. I made a video about it, or it was about Maxey, and how this Philly team is just different than the years past. It feels like Embiid, for him, finally kind of has his running mate that is suited for him / forces him to be even better. Don't sleep on this team, guys. Like, if they go up against a Milwaukee or Boston, I know it's going to be tough, and you might even, I might even favor the other team. But don't think it's going to be a pushover. Without further ado, guys, this was Mr. Knows Hoops. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you agree with me? Do you think Philly's just going to be what Philly is, second round exit? Or do you see what I'm putting down? Do you see that this team has a legit chance to make a real push? But this was Mr. Knows Hoops. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Peace out.